Live streaming is on.
YouTube says we're live, but I'm not seeing a picture yet. There we go. Now we got a picture. And we are live. So, hello. Welcome to This Week Unloaded. This is number 90. Yep. The big 90. But with us tonight so far, we have first was G23. How are you tonight?
Doing good. How are you? And thanks for the invite.
Not too bad, other than my knee bugging the hell out of me. But that's neither here nor there. Well, yeah, it's somewhere, I guess. It's on my body, so it's got to be somewhere, right? But, and then, yes, Snob, we're live. And both of you have links, I believe. And, yeah, you're sitting out there. And next we had Jason Stewart. How are you, Nate?
I'm doing good, Rich. Thanks for the invite. Congrats on episode number 90. Glad to be here.
Yep. And then we had Squib pop in. How are you tonight, Squib?
I'm at work. So I'm not really complaining, though, because I guess because I have a job, I don't have to e-bag.
You know, Snob missed a perfect opportunity. He actually was first and didn't say it for once. He could have been right, and he screwed it up. Jason, earlier today on Travis P11 show, you had a question about black powder pistol. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, sure do. I asked if you could keep a black powder pistol loaded. You know what I mean? If how long you could do that before the powder go bad.
Well, I don't know entirely offhand, but I do know that if you read about James Butler Hickok, a.k.a. Wild Bill, he would reload his every morning as part of his getting ready for the day routine when he was carrying the Kappa Ball revolvers. He would clean and reload his pistols every day.
I might be able to answer that question here for you in the next couple weeks or months. Right before this whole COVID garbage, I bought extra cylinders for my new model Navy revolvers, and I loaded them up and drove out to the range, and the gates were locked. The governor shut down all of our state-run ranges without telling anybody. But she went on TV and said that all the state-run gun ranges are open. It's a lie. So I decided I'd take those cylinders and put them in Ziploc bags. Now, I know they didn't have Ziploc bags in the 19th century, and I'm not sure what would be the equivalent, maybe a mason jar or something like that.
Yeah,
but
maybe
I still
with wax and put it in a jar.
Yeah, so I've still got them in Ziploc bags, and they're marked what's in there, Pyrex or GoEx. And eventually I'm going to take them out and go down to the range and set up the tripod and see if they shoot. So, you know, I realize that the Ziploc bag kind of negates any realistic kind of, you know, what if I got it in my holster and I'm carrying it on a long, you know, journey and this sort of thing, and I don't want to shoot it every day. I don't want to have to clean it because you should clean it after you shoot it. Whether you shoot it multiple times or just shoot it once. So it's not gonna do any harm to it with it just sitting there, and it shouldn't absorb any moisture being in those bags. But it'll be interesting to find out, and if I can make it into a video, I will. The thing about that is, if I have some that don't fire, then what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get a bullet puller and screw it into the soft lead and pull the balls out, and then dump out the powder and clean them out.
I wonder what happened if you threw one of those desiccant packs in there, like something you would get out of, like say the ones that come in a pill bottle. You know, throw that in there in the plastic bag with it.
That would be a good idea. I didn't even think about that because I have lots of those and I use those in my ammo cans all the time. I just I came home, I put them in Ziploc bags. You know, they went from the ammo can to the Ziploc bags, and I went back to the range once after they had reopened one of the ranges around here. that I don't like to go to, and my range was still closed. Since then, they have reopened it. They've got stupid rules, like now you can only use every other shooting station. You have to wait so they can disinfect the station before you use it. You got to wear a mask, and just stupid rules. So it's kind of put me off from going down there. But at some point, I might go ahead and just pull them out, see if they fire off, and make a video out of it.
Yeah, what I would do is I would put like a desiccant pack maybe in half of them, use half with and half without, and see which ones work
It's
better.
too late. They've been in there for like 5 months.
Oh.
Yeah.
The way you were talking, I thought you had just done it.
No, I did this. I bought it right before the COVID stuff happened, or right around that time, and so that would have been what, February, March,
Yeah.
something like that, I think. So
Yeah.
I didn't even think.
Started shutting everything down.
Yeah, I didn't even think to put desiccant in there, and I've got plenty of it. Really, what you're looking for is to keep moisture out of the powder. If you've got it sealed up, theoretically, it should be fine unless, say, you're in a rainstorm or jump in a river or something like that. Now, that doesn't mean it's indefinite. That cap could fall off. It's not a perfect seal. That lead ball should make a pretty tight seal on its own. So theoretically, it should be okay for a few days or something like that, but I wouldn't have it preloaded like for home defense unless I was living in the 19th century and I didn't have a modern option.
Or if you were like a felon or something, and that would be the only thing you could get.
Don't fool yourself, Rich. Most felons have got modern guns.
I'm talking about the ones that decide they're going to obey the law once they get out.
You mean both of them?
Yeah. The ones that are like, nope, I'm not going back there again.
Now, Snob out there says back in his day, he did take his muzzle loader and it could sit like 2 weeks and still fire. But my only experience with a muzzle loader, but I believe my friend had bad powder, but if you loaded it up and it was in there a half hour to an hour, or we were outside in the snow though hunting, it wouldn't go off. It wouldn't fire. But if you packed a fresh one, it'd fire right then and there every single time. But if it just sat in there, just like I said, an hour or less, it wouldn't go off.
Might have got the powder wet. It might have had a bad seal where there was powder, where the moisture was getting in there.
All I know, he told me the powder was like a couple years old and was sitting in like his closet. That's all he knew about it. But like I said, it'd work instantly. If you packed it up, it would shoot right now. But yeah, it wouldn't go off later on.
Yeah, I'm thinking somehow or another you got snow in there trudging through with it or something like that. Storing it for 2 weeks, as long as you weren't out in a wet environment, that sounds that sounds entirely normal. As far as the age of the powder, if the can or jug or whatever it's in is sealed tightly, I've got black powder that's 20 years old that works just fine. Every now and then I'll pull it out and test it out just to see if it works, and it works every time. So as long as you got a seal on that can, you'll be fine.
Yeah, the biggest problem with black powder is getting it wet. The whole saying keep your powder dry, there's a reason why that came about. You get black powder wet and it does not work.
Who's on red alert right now?
Oh, my wife's got Star Trek on in the background.
I was going to say, it sounded like Star Trek.
Now, I got a question. When you get, like, storing your black powder, do you put any, like, moisture packs or anything in the area that you have your black powder?
I store my black powder in an ammo can with a rubber seal, and there's desiccant packs in there. But it's the lid on the jug or the can that's really going to protect it. So as long as you keep that tight, you'll be fine. I mean, it'll last at least 20 years.
Good to know. I have a black powder rifle, and I haven't ever taken it out shooting, but I have powder and everything for it.
Yeah, if you want to know more about the black powder rifles, Travis P11 did a show this morning on muzzleloading rifles. Yeah, if you get a chance, go check that out. That's what Caliber Corner was about today. Did it today instead of yesterday because he had to go on a trip. Said he had a bunch of people emailing him, including me. Like, dude, what's going on with your show?
Well, he made an announcement like last week that he was going to put it off till Sunday morning.
Yeah. Well, I'd been out of the loop. I mean, the only show that I had done this week before this one, obviously, was Travis' show this morning was Gary's on Friday.
Been out of the loop, Rich. Well, I get all my information from you, man. You're letting me down.
I told you, man. You gotta get all your information from Kingpin.
Oh yeah, actually forgot. Actually, he sent me some pretty cool stuff this week.
You know, Kingpin, the guy that's out there in the chat but isn't using his link to come in here. Yeah, that guy. He's too good for us anymore, I guess.
So is Midnight doing his show tonight?
I don't know. Somebody said he said he was feeling better earlier, so he might be. C4 Defense is out there. Sarge wants to know, what is this? I don't know, Sarge. When we figure it out, we'll let you know. Fox tag costs too much. Well, you need to get a Vixen tag then, Ozzy.
Yeah, I said I used to like fox hunting, but it wasn't the foxes that are in the woods.
You were Vixen hunting. You weren't fox hunting.
Moo.
What's up, fellas?
I don't know.
What's going on, man?
Oh, not a whole hell of a lot. Yeah, Snob was saying earlier how he would keep his black powder rifle loaded for 2 weeks, and then you just shoot it off when you don't shoot a deer. And I do the same thing, but you know, our muzzleloader season is, you know, in the middle of December, so it's super cold, and we would all leave our black powder rifles out on the porch, so it wasn't getting any condensation from going from hot to cold, and everybody's guns seemed to work just fine.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still the same here, but we had a black powder and bow season combined before rifle season, and then we had another black powder season after. So it would be early November would be the first, and then the second one would have been around middle to end of December.
Yeah, the last time I went, it was 9 below zero, and I did shoot one.
What were you doing? Hunting up on the Upper Peninsula?
No, this is near Big Rapids, Michigan, Canadian Lakes area.
Yeah, you don't have to go to the UP for it to be below zero.
Well, you never know with moose and the quib.
Yeah, the herd could be migrating. You never know.
So does anyone know a reputable, like, appraisal company for black powder rifles?
Any auction house should be able to do that for you.
We got some old muskets or something.
I have an old Connecticut Valley Arms, made in the USA 50 cal. This like sub 300 serial number.
Yeah, but that's not an antique.
I think it's like late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking 19th century, you know, like it came out of Harper's Ferry or something.
Yeah, it's not really an antique. I mean, probably not too much different than what you would buy now.
Well, it's probably made out of better steel.
We've been joined by Rob, by the way. Hey, Rob.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Going good. Good to see you, Rob.
Yeah, sorry I was late. So, deciding whether we were running out to get shakes or if I had to go to the store. And apparently I had to go to the store. So, I'll probably be muted for a minute, but I'm with you.
Yeah, G23. I can ask my cousin. He is the director of historic arms and militaria at Skinner Auctions.
That'd be cool.
I could shoot him a message. You want to send me a couple pics?
Yeah, let me pull him up.
Yeah, he'd let me know. He's got some pretty cool stuff in his collection, let me tell you.
Yeah, Dad probably gets first crack. Well, I'm going to buy this one, this one, this one, this one.
And he also used to be the curator of collections at Fort Ticonderoga. So we went there and got like the behind-the-scenes tour of the whole inner workings of that fort. That is cool.
So, where did you acquire this 50 cal, G?
He must be off getting the pictures.
Yeah, must be. I don't suspect that the CVAs would be worth a whole lot. But you never know. Who knows?
Yeah.
He sent me a picture of a flintlock that he took in super slow motion, and sent me some stills of all the sparks going out in this bloom. It's really cool.
I came across a couple very old firearms. I have no idea what they were. In a job, I was told, everything had to be cleaned out and the place was being remodeled. And I found a couple octagon rifles. So looked like rifles. It was hard to guess what they were. They sat in the basement for God knows how long. And the stocks were like degraded away. But it looked tempting. Like would have loved to played around with it with a project, tried to see what I could do. But the person that didn't want anything, when I mentioned those to them, they wanted those. So didn't get to really see what they were. Sometimes you can find some pretty cool things.
Yeah, last week my dealer had 12 Ithaca double barrel shotguns, and like the newest one was made before 1920, something like that. He filled up the whole row of the used guns rack, and this week he had sold every single one of them.
I'm not surprised. We still have that P210.
Nope, nope. That's been gone for a couple of weeks. Turns out I was looking at that, and that was $1,100. That was used, but it didn't look like it had ever been fired. He had bought it from there just a couple months earlier, and I seen it and held it when it was brand new, and it came in, and it was like 1,300 or something. But yeah, that didn't last very long.
Yeah, I didn't think it would. That's what I was wondering. Do you still have it?
I'm just hoping that 1911 could like maybe stay there for just a little bit, and maybe I could do something.
Yeah, I told you, man. Grab that P210 when he had it, but no, he didn't want to. There wasn't a bad price on it.
Yeah, maybe they'll come back around a couple years.
Yeah, you don't see them very often. You might start seeing more of them though, because Sig's going to, supposed to start making a new batch of them, including a carry option version that we talked about before.
Yeah,
Barrel.
found that picture. Let me see if I can share my screen. Did that flintlock come up?
Yeah. It looks like a laser show almost.
That's kind of neat. Look at that. Look at that one.
Yeah, like lightning or something going on.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Old pirate pistol.
That's a real old one. That's not like a modern day repo.
Yeah, that's one from the auction. Super old.
Well, it looks like it works.
Hmm. He's got an old musket that he's had for, oh gosh, probably at least 30 years. It's like a 70 some caliber musket. Smooth bore, shoots a big old round ball. Thing's got to be 36 inches long barrel wise, and it's huge.
Yeah, they used to put some really long barrels on the firearms back then. I think back then, a carbine had a 26-inch barrel.
Cool, G23.
So-
I got your email, bud.
Okay, cool. So, to answer your question, Rob, I got that from a coworker.
Get a deal on it, or just gifted, or what?
It wasn't horribly priced. But like I've looked at a few auction houses that like have them, and depending upon everything, that I could probably like triple my money what I paid for it at the minimum. But I haven't found any that had that low of a serial number.
The thing functions and shoots.
Yep. Yes, sir.
So why'd the guy sell it?
He just didn't, he was trying to get rid of a few different things. I picked up a revolver from him and everything, and then the rifle. So
Man, people are weird. Got one guy screaming in the parking lot at somebody. Like, I don't even see who he's screaming at, but he was screaming. I don't know if you heard him a minute ago. Other guy's like wearing pajamas, a sweatshirt, just bending over, staring at the mulch. I don't know what he's looking for, but I don't know if he
Looking for the
knows what
dope?
he's looking for.
Well, go get them. Go get them. See if they want to be on the show, Rick.
Nah. Like, no. I'm out of here.
We got 2 squibs.
Yeah, Jason, this change that Night Strike had to make, he just had to make it. It's making this work exactly like StreamYard. So at this point, everybody go to StreamYard because the chamber's the same thing.
Well, no, I didn't have to pay to get all these people in here.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess.
StreamYard holds 6 on the free version.
Well, we had 7 when we had the 2 squibs.
The only reason you had 2 is because it's acting just like StreamYard. It's kicking me out. It's doing all kinds of other things that on mobile that it didn't do before. Now it's almost like, hey, I know. The people at Jitsi said, let's just copy StreamYard software and put that out there. All these computer guys are supposed to be so smart, but yet they can't do something so simple.
Huh. I'm on mobile.
I haven't done it on mobile yet. It's too small for me to see anyways. I couldn't do it on phone.
I'm on mobile. So I guess I don't have to ask how Squib's doing tonight.
I complain about these computer guys because they just sit at a desk in an air-conditioned office all day long, drinking Mountain Dew and eating Hot Pockets, and call it a job, and it's just so hard to do. And all they got to do is copy, paste, and push buttons. It ain't real work. So make the damn software work.
I think he prefers Sonic.
Snob says Moo looks angry tonight. I don't know. I don't see his logo. I just see a 2 and an L.
It's all in the eyes. Look at that cow.
Really? My avatar's up there.
Yeah, look, it does look angry.
Yeah, I don't see it.
That's Mad Cow.
Yeah, I see it in the YouTube chat, but I don't see it in here.
I see his logo in here.
I can see mine in Squibs. That's it.
Well, Rich, what's next on your topic list?
I don't know. I was going to ask if anybody else had any questions or anything. I'm like totally unprepared.
I have a question.
One at a time.
I know I'm letting Jason go.
Oh, I don't have a question. I was just going to say, I would be interested to see if Squib can get that gun to shoot later on. How long it is, because I don't think Travis seen that question earlier. But like I said, my only experience with black powder is you couldn't keep it loaded that long. But it'd be neat to see if it could like maybe wait a year or something and see if it still shoots.
And at the rate it's going for me, it might be a year before I get to the range. I don't have time for that. That's why I haven't done it. I mean, part of it is I don't want to go down there and wear the stupid pointless mask and all the other stupid horse shit you got to do. It was closed when I had free time. Then when I went back to work, they eventually opened it. Now I don't have time. It just, I don't know. All these people are like, oh, you got to go to the range every week or you're not going to survive. It's like, I can go to the range once a year and I'm fine. I can go to the range once every 2 years. As long as my hunting rifle's sighted in, assuming I even go hunting this year. I mean, it's not that I don't like shooting. I love shooting. But I don't it's not enjoyable if you start taking away some of the stuff, like making it cost a lot of money or having to wait in line or drive a long distance or whatever it is. So on the days that the local range I like to go to is open, lately I've had a lot of stuff going on. And it's like, do I want to take my time away from that in order to go to the range? It just isn't that important to me. It's like, oh no, you blasphemer, you can't say that shooting's not that important. Sure it is.
Let's move to New York, Squid. You can get a little spot right next to mine.
Why would I want to live there?
So you can go shoot.
I can go shoot. I don't have time.
Yeah, apparently, people out there in the YouTube are talking about hot pockets for some reason, and Sarge says they're better on an air fryer. So.
See, they're a bunch of IT guys. They're just sitting in front of their computer, acting like they're working, collecting their check, watching the clock, eating a Hot Pocket, down in a Mountain Dew or Monster or something else like that.
Sarge says you got to make time.
Not when it's really that important to me. It's not even a priority. See, that's just it. On my channel, you don't see a bunch of range videos. If I did, I'd have a lot more subs. Because that's what people want to watch. They want to watch somebody else do something they can do themselves. You can go get a gun. You can go down to the range. You can go shoot it. You can go capture it on camera. You can hit the target. You know, range videos are so damn boring. Thanks. I really want to watch somebody do something that I can do anytime if I make the time. Going to the range just isn't a priority for me.
How much time do you waste buying lotto tickets every morning, holding people up?
5 minutes?
To add that up over the week, that's range time.
5 minutes a week. It's just not that important. Some guys are like, I haven't shot a gun in a month. I'm not going to be able to hit the target. All right. I'm not saying I'm Jerry Mikulik, but dang, I can go a while without going to the range and still hit the target. It's not that hard. It's like riding a bike.
I've been wanting to get to the range a lot more, but this has definitely not been the year for it. Most of the time I think about going, but I hate to use up the ammo that I have.
Yeah, I'm sitting on a ton of ammo, but for the amount of time it takes, I mean, you're talking about spending half the day to go to the range. There's about 100 other things I could be doing that just take more priority. So by the time the ammo's all back in stock, I still won't have shot any.
That's one of the problems with that I'm running into is finding ammo. Stupid ammo shortage. Now they're saying it's mostly because of primers.
Yeah, you can't find primers. I can find shotgun primers, but I can't find anything else.
Are any of you guys subscribed to the Hornady channel on YouTube?
The Hornady channel?
Yes, I am.
They just did a video a few days ago talking about how they're actually starting to up their production to get it back out onto the shelves.
They did that last time there was a shortage.
Yeah, I know if you go to like Barry's Bullets website, they've had their front page on there has said forever that, oh, we're making bullets every single day, but every single bullet they make, you can click on it, it says sold out, sold out, sold out.
As soon as they get them in stock, people are probably buying them.
They don't never go in stock. They don't ever change their website ever. But they got a front page that says, oh, rest assured, we're working hard and pumping them out. You know, we're making bullets every day, but not a single one is for sale on their own website.
Does Hornady make like just standard practice ammo like FMJ, or do they just make personal defense rounds, hollow points?
Oh,
Yes,
they make everything.
They make everything.
Well, you guys are awfully quiet tonight.
I was just reading a YouTube comment. Travis P11's out there. He says his philosophy of the range videos is if he's going out and spend his time and resources shooting, he might as well film it.
See, that's just it. I've gone with the tripod and I've gone without the tripod, and it's almost like taking somebody to the range that's never shot before. You're not going to have any fun that day. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be babysitting this person. I'm babysitting the cameras and the tripods and checking this and reshooting that and doing this, having to wait on this person, getting dirty looks, having a range master photobomb the shot. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible to do a range. If you have your own personal range, those are the best videos because you can do whatever you want. But I don't know. For me, it's just a hassle. But even if it wasn't a hassle, I'm doing the same thing everybody else does. It gets views. I mean, I know how to do the videos, the same boring ass videos everybody else does that gets views. I don't want to do those sorts of videos. So when I go out to the range to shoot a gun, I'm really just function testing new ammo or something like that. I'm not really worried about going out there and how great this gun is or what, it's just so, going to the range to test out the black powder and Pyrodex to see if it still shoots after setting for months. That's, a little bit different, but it's just making the time to go to the range. There are 100 other things I could be doing with my time that are much, much more important.
Speaking of ammo testing and stuff, did anybody watch Paul Harrell's video this weekend?
10 millimeter.
Yeah,
I saw it.
that interesting result with that Federal. He did the 180 grain of the Federal 40 Smith & Wesson versus the Federal 180 grain 10 millimeter, and the 40 Smith & Wesson had faster velocity on it.
Well, I heard all commercial 10 millimeter is like loaded lightly. It's
Not all of it. Some of it, yeah, not all of it. Like the Remington was faster. The Fiocchi was faster. I'm trying to remember what other. He did a couple other ones. The Sig, the 10 millimeter, was faster. And obviously, the Underwood was. Underwood loads their stuff hot most of the time anyway. So, yeah, the other one that was equal to or slower than the 40 was the Federal.
I thought Federal was supposed to be good stuff. Well, there's different Federals too.
Well, this is the Hydra-Shock stuff,
Huh.
which is they're next to the top of the line now that they got the HST. HST's top of the line, then Hydra-Shock's right below that. Yeah, I thought that was interesting though, that the 10 millimeter in the Hydroshock was slower than the 40 he tested. Same brand, same bullet weights.
Yeah, but I bet if you got shot with that 40, you wouldn't be like, "Oh man, I'm glad that wasn't a 10 millimeter."
Oh yeah, I know.
What he could do is pick up the cases and then reload that 10 millimeter a lot hotter, to pressures that would destroy a gun chambered in 40, and then go back out and redo the test.
Yeah, the crazy one was the Underwood, the Extreme Defender. I think like 1,600 feet per second, shooting down those 90 grain bullets out of there. The one that looks like a screwdriver. 1,600 feet per second.
I didn't watch the video. What was he using for handguns?
He was using a 20 and a 22, the Glocks.
Oh, well, that explains it. The Glock makes everything weaker.
That was the one way that he could get pistols that were similar in the 10 millimeter and the 22. I mean, the 40. They're about the same size pistol in the 20 and the 22. So he was trying to get them everything to be as close as possible.
Shit, he probably lost 100 feet a second with all that frame flex and everything.
Well, yeah, figure we have the same problem with the 40 because those crack Glock frame.
Thought it was all perfection out there.
Well, it's perfection once you replace this, that, and the other thing, and then get yourself in 80% lower so that you have a better grip angle.
So many people are freaking out right now about that.
About what?
About the Glock comments.
Ain't nobody saying anything, but for sure we get somebody, but no, nobody's saying anything about the Glock comments.
I hate to say anything, but I handled a Glock 43X last week, and I didn't think it was that bad at all. I could easily see myself buying one of those.
Yeah, I've never shot Glocks well.
I've never shot one before. Never liked them, anything about them. I've picked up like a 19 and a 17 before. Didn't like them at all, really. But I was looking at the 380 EZs and the Smith & Wesson Shields, and I just wasn't digging the grip on those. And I tried out that 43X, 48X, 43X. I think it was 43X. And it was just a little bigger, and it seemed all right, man, for a small gun. Well, everybody in the chat says get a 43X. Pass it, and
That's only two. It's not everybody. Come on.
I owned and shot a Glock and shot it well. I didn't see any problems. Actually, it ran great. My only complaint is, there's choices out there, and I like the looks of some other ones better. They're not the only one in the game anymore. So.
Am I the only one getting tired of Joe Biden commercials?
Haven't seen one.
I have yet to see a Trump commercial. It's always Biden commercials.
The Trump commercials I see are click this link to say if you approve of the president. So it could just be a Biden commercial in disguise.
Okay, here's a question for you. If you guys out there have owned Glocks or have a Glock, or you own the SIG P320s, is the P320 a better pistol than the Glock? Because I've already have SIGs before, I still have one. So, like, am I doing better going to a Glock, or am I doing worse?
Well, Snub says the P365 XL is better than the 43X.
It all depends upon like preference. Some people, you know, the grip angle and stuff, you know, you pretty much just gotta hold them and see which one feels better in your hand and which one you're more accurate with. But pretty much it comes down to preference.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't speak for the SIG, so I would state, you know, whatever one you're, better's a personal opinion at times. So that's depends on you.
I have the 23. I have the Glock 23, and I got the wife the P320 RXPX compact, and I can shoot them both, you know, pretty well. She shoots them both pretty good, you know, and it just comes down to preference, really.
If the experience of owning a Glock causes you to become Glock-tarded, then it could be a problem. It could be a severe medical issue.
I forgot about that. I don't want to be a Glock tard, but I don't know. I wouldn't mind owning just one.
Got to get in that club, don't you?
Yeah. I used to say the only reason why I would buy a Glock would be to put it in one of those Roni things, but now you got the coming out with things like that for Smith & Wesson, and they're working on one for CZ and stuff, so now you don't even need a Glock to do that.
Well, sometimes you might have to have something you need to drop or stick in somebody's pocket, you know. Might as well be a Glock, so you won't care if you lose
There
it.
you go.
That's what Taurus and High Points are for.
At some point, I'm probably going to get an LEO trade-in Glock, but you know, you got all these different generations, and supposedly some of the parts are not interchangeable between generations, which doesn't make any sense. It's like they got their numbering system is all screwed up, so you don't know what caliber is what. Some of them, it's just the same thing as the other one. It's just chambered in a different caliber, and I don't know this because I'm not a Glock tard, but I've heard that certain generation magazines are not interchangeable. So if I was buying used magazines, there's a chance that they won't work. I don't know if that's true or not. It doesn't make any sense. But a lot of things about Glocks don't make sense.
Yeah, Sarge is out there saying the G45 plus an RMR plus a TLR 1HL equals best go to war gun. If it comes to that, I'll stick with my CZP-10C.
Yeah, if I'm going to war, I'm taking a 1911 with nothing up on top of it that can break.
I'd prefer a rifle.
You're going to carry a rifle as a sidearm?
No, as a main source there. I was just being a smart ass.
I know, so was I.
All right. If you got to go out the door fighting right now, what pistol do you own? What are you taking?
Well, I have one on me right now, and then I have another one sitting right next to me that I can grab. I also have a Shockwave sitting right here. So
My M&Ps.
I have 3 within reach.
I got my M&P 2.0 compact and 40. I got my P365 on me right now, and then I got the Shockwave sitting here.
I got 2 Beretta 92 variants and a Smith & Wesson 686 2 3/4 inch barrel loaded, ready to go, close by.
Man, but Faust is throwing out there HK. Well, I do have an HK USB not too far from here either that I can grab. The holster for that's upstairs though, with my CZP-10C in it.
So how much ammo would you carry?
Actually, if I had to get up and run out the door right now, unfortunately, it's probably going to be 1 magazine that's in it. That'd be 17 rounds.
Telling me you don't have extra magazines sitting on your nightstand?
I got an extra gun, so 34 rounds.
Oh yeah, the New York reload.
Yeah, it's true. And New York, we're limited to 10, so you got to have extras laying everywhere.
Well, if everything sticks in California, you guys should be able to get your mag limit overturned also here shortly.
Yeah, Rob's gonna be running down the street with a cowboy belt on, but instead of having cartridges in the little loops, he's gonna have a different pistol in each one.
Yep. Be like the Patriot out there staging rifles against all the trees.
Gizzard out there says he's got 5 mags ready for his P320. Shit, he got $200 worth of magazines. Says he can shoot for a while.
I think I got 6 Beretta 92 mags.
What?
So I got my 92. Got my 92. And I got some 20 rounders too for my CX4 Storm too. I'm trying to see them. I can't see them.
I have like $200 some worth of Sig Mags too for my P365. Sig Mags aren't cheap, man.
I literally have, I believe, over. I bet it's above 35, but not quite 40 mags for Beretta 92s.
I'll email you my address.
Yeah,
But
he's
I
not
have
cheap. He owns
10 Beretta 92s.
Yeah, I've got a few mags. Don't want to actually state numbers, but I've got a few. Like I said, you have to here.
I meant to say I don't have any mags for any of my guns.
You only own revolvers?
Yeah, my ARs don't have any magazines either. None. Don't have none.
No.
So you guys don't get the car magazines?
No, they only own
The
revolvers.
jeans, the cheap knives?
No,
None of that?
no.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Revolving AR-15.
Yeah, I used to worry about not having any magazines, but like since there's no ammo anyways, I mean, so now I don't feel bad.
If Grandmaster Jay can have a open bolt firing AR-15, you can have a revolver with AR-15.
That's my shoddy. It's my bullpup.
I want that belt-fed shotgun, but nobody wants to make a reliable one.
I thought you said it was $12,000.
No, there was some homemade kits for a belt-fed shotgun. I think it was only a couple grand, but the videos are all like several years old, and he working on a patent or something.
So I don't know if we've talked to Squib about the Grandmaster J video. Have you seen that, Squib?
Yeah, I saw it. If you want some a test to show that it doesn't work, go over to Pew Pew Park. He did 2 videos on it where he proved that this guy's full of crap. But I mean, some of the things he said about it in the video don't add up. So just his statements about when, where, and how he got the gun pretty much disprove everything else he had to say in the rest of the video. Now, I think it was it Budget I was talking to who said, well, if you had a filthy bolt and the firing pin was in the forward position, could that happen? It's like, yeah, I guess. I mean, and they are dirt magnets, so I guess if you never clean the thing, you could have the firing pin jammed all the way forward, I suppose. And then, but I've never seen it.
I've never seen it. Yeah, but which is odd because we've both been to basic training, and according to him, it happens every single day.
Every single.
No. Well, let me tell you this though.
That ain't happening. As well as they make you clean rifles at basic, no way in hell.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. As much as they make you clean them, that you're not going to have it so filthy that. But as a civilian, maybe. I mean, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, but some of the things he said about the gun aren't true. So I'm not going to believe anything else that came out of his mouth after that. But the thing is, though, there are NDs all the time in the military. That's why they have you carry one without a round in the chamber, or without a magazine. You hear, oh, I seen the
clearing barrels in front of every building.
Yeah, clearing barrels all over the place, and they do that whole treat every gun as if it was loaded. They take that rule seriously. And if people are like, I seen the National Guard, they didn't even have mags in their mag wells. Yeah, because there's 4 of them standing on the corner. You're not going to surprise them. They can pull the mag out of their pouch, put it in the gun, slam the bolt forward, and be sighted in on your ass before. You're not going to sneak up on them. If there's one guy down a dark alley with his back to the, or whatever. Okay, sure. But there's a reason they don't carry them with a loaded magazine. If it's not loaded, it can't go off. And they've had more situations where they've had accidents, NDs, and things like that than they have, a need to use it. Because, some of these.
Oh, did we lose him?
Uh-oh, gray signal. Damn, right in the middle of a rant, too.
Mm-hmm.
He's pissed.
Now he's double duty.
Now he's back.
Yeah, okay, better than StreamYard, my ass. It just dumped me right out. You go to some of these military bases, and you'll see them, the gate guards there, and they'll have weapons, and they won't be loaded. Or you'll see something set up for crew serve weapons, like a machine gun or something, and they'll just be pencil mounts or something, and they won't have any guns out there. And the reason they do that is, it's easier for a van full of terrorists to pull up, overpower these guys, and steal their military weapons and take off than it is to, have them loaded at the rate. But that doesn't mean there aren't times where they've got loaded guns ready. But it's only certain. It's like when that guy shot up the school there at Pensacola, and people are going, why don't they walk around base all day with guns? There were times where there were armed personnel on military bases during the Cold War where everybody was carrying a gun. Clerks, mechanics, everybody. But other than, paranoia that the Russians are going to invade or something, it's just not a standard practice. So from that standpoint, I could see where he was going with his whole, these things go off all the time. But if they go off for the reason he said, no, they don't.
Yeah, you don't get. He specifically was talking about slam fires. Yeah, I've never seen that happen personally, but
Are you talking about the guy he's usually wearing little small black sunglasses?
Yeah,
the leader of that.
Yeah, the NFAC guy.
That guy's so full of shit.
I never heard of this guy. Still haven't watched the video.
He's funny. He's funny.
Trying not to waste my time on garbage in a sense, but from what I've heard about it, it doesn't seem.
To me, he's funny as hell, man.
Pretty
It
entertaining.
might make a good comedy skit, but
Oh, for sure.
when
Just
he's
the name,
holding up a gun,
Grandmaster. If you call yourself Grandmaster, and
That's his
you
rap
know
name.
it's already I don't know. It's
That's
sketchy.
his rapper name, man.
but he's holding up a gun that he said he bought in 1990 that didn't exist in 1990. He says that he bought it from a manufacturer who does exist, but does not typically sell guns on the commercial market. And then he's saying he purchased it in Germany and brought it back to America, which you're dabbling on the edge of plausibility there. So right there, he's lost me. Before he even says anything else, he's totally lost me.
And it's a shorty that they call a bullpup because it kicks like a mule.
Well, I saw a
Yeah.
little clip on one of Kingpin's videos, and he was in there, and he had an AR-15, and he was like talking about how bad it kicked. It kicked like a motherfucker and shit.
Yeah, I mean, he had in Grandmaster J had a 20-inch AR-15 rifle. It wasn't even a carbine, and he's calling it a shorty.
This is the same rifle
Oh, yeah, I
that a
saw
grandma can shoot with ease, or a
Yeah.
7-year-old kid all day long. You know?
All day.
The AR-15 has such low recoil. Making a 22 long rifle version of it is absolutely pointless. You might go, well, the ammo's cheaper. Is it? I mean, maybe right now, but then when ammo
Yeah,
comes back
it's
to normal
cheaper.
price, not by much. I think it's kind of pointless. It's one of those, the question nobody asks. I'm going to get a 22 because it doesn't kick as much as 223 and a 16 or 20 inch.
Yeah, I think the
barrel.
only reason people buy 22 ARs is, in a sense, because it's cheaper, because of the ammo.
Yeah, the whole reason why he made that video is because one of the idiots in his group had a negligent discharge at a rally or something and shot himself in the foot with a shotgun.
That happened to some guys at work one time.
That felt good.
They were standing on shale too, and the boss was a hunter, and we just did a big job, and we're at there. It was like the foreman's all or whatever hanging out, and he cracked open some beer, bust out some shotguns. He used to hunt in Africa. He had goats on his wall and bears, everything. You name it. He was that kind of hunter, and everybody was out there having a few beers. The guns came out. I was like, yeah, it's time to go, and took off. And people kind of looked at me kind of funny. And the next day I came in, and there was a couple people limping. I think it was two or three of them got hit, and 2 were pretty bad, and 2 ended up mysteriously not working there anymore in a couple weeks, or within a week or so. So really, who was the smarter one? I was like, nah, you got too many people that don't know nothing, and then you bring alcohol and guns out here. I'm out of here.
You weren't limping, that's for sure.
Nope. And there was a lot of hush hush going around that next day. So I just kept my mouth shut, head down, and I continued on, and most of them didn't.
Did you see the video where in his group, the NFAC was picketing or protesting at Stone Mountain, and the one guy's walking around the whole day with a 22 that had a jam? You can clearly see in the video that the 22
Yeah, I saw that. The bolt was closed on a spent casing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on a 22 cal AR.
Was it like stovepiped?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's walking around with a stovepipe.
Oh, he's all rigged out too.
No, that wasn't a stovepipe, guys. That was his economy chamber flag.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Yeah, he was all ready to go to war with a M&P 1522 with a drum, I might add. He had a drum mag in that thing.
Speaking of drum mags,
Dependable.
Well, that's why he had the stovepipe.
I bought a D60 I don't know, a year ago maybe for $79. Did you see what they're going for now?
Over 100.
Like 159 I saw I think today.
Wow. For
Something
one?
just ridiculous. Yeah.
It might look cool, but you could have reliability issues with it.
Yeah, most of those drum nags tend to be reliability problems. So
Yeah, so far so good.
no,
You know,
I mean we
PMags, are they still normal price?
Yeah, I think I saw them for $15. You know, you used to get them on sale for what, 10, 11?
Yeah, the aluminum mags that I get, they're still normal price and plenty of them in stock, any color you want. So even though California can buy mags again for a short time, yeah, I don't think it's really affecting the supply. I think enough people picked up mags, and then the newbies, you know, they got the mag that come with the gun, and they don't know what, you know, do I need to buy me another clip? No, dude, you're fine. You know, whatever.
Yeah, as soon as they came out with that ruling in California, Mac will put right up on their front page that we may experience some delays in shipping.
clip. And that just bugs me. I hate it when people say that.
Well, that's
I
what
know
the
you
newbies.
shouldn't, you know, dwell on those little things, but it bugs me. And I've known people that serve that refer to it as a clip, and it's just like you just kind of like, wow, I don't know, you know,
You
it's
see,
just different. You know what I mean? It's a different item. You know,
now see, that's just it though. With the newbies, you know, they don't know a lot about this, that, and the other, and they're really only getting this gun because they're afraid. They're not getting it because they're going to become a Second Amendment advocate. But for them, they're going to call it a clip, and they're going to. That's why I said it, you know, because that's what they're going to call it, and they're not going to know. Do I need one? Do I need 10? Do I need a million? And you might have some that buy a whole bunch, but there's not any ammo to feed them. So they'll put it up for sale in a year if everything clears up. I still think that at some point there's going to be a lot of used guns for sale.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of used ones too. Out of the millions that got bought, yeah, I'm hoping, but I think it's going to be a little while before they happen.
I don't think it'll be as many as you think. I think that, you know, there will be some, but a lot of people that finally felt the need to get a firearm. Yeah, I think they may take comfort in that security.
But I do agree with you with the whole, you know, calling it a clip and not a magazine thing, especially for, people who've been trained and stuff like that. It does annoy me. So I used to keep a couple stripper clips in the cup holder on my truck as a conversation piece in case I was ever talking about guns with somebody, and they said, yeah, my clip. And so, oh, hold on, I got a couple in my truck. Come back out with a couple stripper clips. What are these? These are my clips. Oh, are you talking about magazines? You know, and then I kept the PMag in the center console too. One day I went to the range and I forgot to bring magazines. I said, I ain't doing that again. So, I did have what it would take if that conversation did come up and I was somewhere away from home.
Seven Wonders was out there earlier saying that the NFAC negligent discharge was actually a female, and she had hit 3 of her comrades, as well as herself. Because I heard that she hit herself in the foot with it. So, but that was the whole reason why Grandmaster Jay made that video, to defend somebody who was using a shotgun. So he used an AR-15. 2 totally different weapons that work on 2 totally different firing systems.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the guy passed out due to the heat or dehydration or something, and when he hit the ground, that's when the gun went off.
What kind of gun was it? Was his finger on the trigger?
It was a shotty.
It was a shotgun. It was a girl.
Yeah, it hit 3 people. It ricocheted off. And one guy hit in the face, one guy hit in the leg, or 2 got hit in the leg.
I heard it was a prototype for one of those Joe Biden shotguns they're going to be giving out after the election.
Well, that's just shooting them in the air.
Or through your front door if you don't know who's at your door.
Yeah.
Yeah, great advice there, Joe. And he's supposed to be a lawyer, too, on top of it.
You got to smell their hair first, and then you shoot in the air.
No, you do that afterwards when they're subdued.
Scare away the parents.
Nighthawk Medic says, "What shotgun fires when dropped? We need to test this." Well, you go right ahead.
It's probably the SIG 320 shotgun.
Years ago when I purchased my Mossberg 500, basically first thing I did was show up to this spot I was going to shoot, loaded it, beat it on the bumper, and in a safe direction. People started looking at me. It's kind of funny. And then ended up tossing it on the ground in a safe direction. And a little guy came up and asked me what the hell I'm doing. I was like, oh, I just want to make sure that the safety works. Everything's good. And he's like, but that's a new gun, son. I was like, yeah. I just, it's because it says it's, just because it's supposed to work doesn't mean it's going to work. You know what I mean? Things happen. I want to know before I'm messing with it. So I don't know. People are funny about abusing their firearms, I guess they call it. But, sometimes things happen. It's always good to check.
Yeah, it's funny how things work right up until the time they don't.
Yeah.
That would have been funny to watch, though.
Yeah, Seven's out there quoting Grandmaster J. The bolt goes forward. The gun has fired.
No, the gun has loaded the next round. Is what's happening.
The gun is chambered round. That's what happened. Jesus Christ, he's an idiot.
I don't know. You guys maybe didn't hear, haven't heard this or whatever. I'm sure it's common everywhere, but growing up kind of out in the sticks, a lot of people had a shotgun in the closet or this and that. There was a lot of times that a gun fell and would go off. Now, granted, somebody may have done some work on them or this or that, but it's kind of something you'd hear about every year or two. So with older shotguns. So now I don't know if it's maybe there's more to the stories. I don't know, but so like I said, as a machine item, I think it's good to test it, make sure things are the way they're supposed to be.
Yeah, but how many times do you hear about the gun going off when they cleaned it after going to the range? And then you come to find out they never go to the range, and their marriage has been on the way out for at least a year. And boy, that's pretty coincidental. You guys can't stand each other. You haven't gone anywhere together as a couple in a year.
Yeah.
And you decide to go to the yeah.
It's like the chloroquine lady in Arizona.
But not all the time somebody was shot though either. Sometimes just there's a hole in the wall with a funny story for it or something. And whether it's true or not, again, that's another story. But it seemed to be a common thing. So to me, it just seemed wise to test my first shotgun. So
on that fish antibiotic thing, was that legit that she killed him or something? Or is that just a rumor?
No, she was charged with murder.
Didn't they both take it?
No, she didn't. She said she did.
Oh.
Yeah, they've charged her with murder in Arizona. For that.
Did she lace it in his Flavor Aid, Jim Jones style, or
Coke? Coca-Cola.
I think he took it voluntarily, thinking it was like the regular hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah, the last I had heard was that they both took it. It was the wrong thing. And then I heard some rumors that she murdered him and covered it up that way. And
yeah, they were investigating it as a homicide from the beginning.
Wow. She wasn't that crafty after all.
Nope.
Okay, so much like testing the shotgun, maybe you should test the fish antibiotics on something before you take it? I guess not. Because it didn't kill the fish, so why would it kill a person?
Well, the reason why it doesn't kill the fish is because the water is a lot less concentrated once you put that in there than what it would be in a little cup of Coke. You put that. It's for cleaning a koi pond. You put a couple of drops in the koi pond and it disperses a lot more than what it does in a small little maybe 20-ounce glass of Coca-Cola.
So if you went over to Obnoxious's house and drank out of his koi pond, you'd be immune from the COVIDs then?
The koi vid.
Have you ever seen a koi have it? Hey, have you seen on the news where a koi got the COVID? I'm just saying.
But aren't those koi from China?
Isn't everything?
No, there's
I'm not drinking any fish pond water, man.
Fish jizz.
No, a life straw or something. I'm not drinking that.
Yeah,
You
no,
go
Yeah,
over to-
those
she gave him a
fish
really
get those little fuzzy allergies or skin starts falling off. That's the whole reason they're putting the antibiotic in the water to begin with. You have no idea what you're missing.
Oh man, as long as the water's clear, it's probably better than the shit that comes out of your faucet.
You,
Oh,
you go over to his house and he offers you a nice cold glass of water and he's gone for like 5 minutes and you go, where's he going to? Wait a minute.
All that stuff floating in there. Yeah.
I drink that before I drink
water.
flat water.
Tastes like fish. Nighthawk saying she gave him a really big dose. She gave him enough to kill an elephant.
Well, you know,
I
we
bet
only
she
know
had
half the
insurance.
story. We only know half the story, man. The dude might have deserved it.
Yeah, maybe kick puppies and stuff.
No, she had been assaulted this guy before. She had been arrested for assault on her husband before, and she wanted to divorce him, but something about she wasn't going to get the money that she thought she was going to get for divorcing him, so she didn't. The divorce ended up not going through with it, and so I guess she decided, oh, I could kill him and say that we were doing this because of the COVID, because this does chloroquine on it.
Thanks, Trump.
Such an advertisement for marriage.
It just sounds like a plot she got off of watching a Lifetime movie. Don't ask me how I know that.
Or one of those shows like on
Criminal Minds,
Discovery ID or whatever.
NCIS.
Yeah.
Heard a story not long ago about a guy and wife that owned a few gas stations. I guess the guy ended up winning the lottery. So they're already doing quite well, probably better than the average person, I would state. And now he hits the lottery, and they have children, and he wants to save and invest the money, basically, for better future of the children or whatever. The wife doesn't want to. She wants to go on vacation and do this and do that. So, they argue this and that. Time goes on. Come to find out the guy dies. And she poisoned him. It's basically what happened. So she could, get the money. But she ended up getting busted. So she got her vacation, but it's not the one she wanted. But it's a shame because now you got 2 kids and no parents, all due to greed when they were doing good to begin with.
Yeah. Oh.
Is this why you're always getting on me about playing the lottery? Because you think it's going to cost me my life one day?
It might. Yeah, that's one of the things I said when I enlisted, and they gave me $1 million insurance. Or they give you those out. I was like, $1 million. I was like, nobody's gonna know about this, right? Like, my first thought, like, shit, my own family might take me out for $1 million.
Look, I came home one day and my wife's
Big money,
watching.
big problems.
I came home one day and my wife's watching a marathon of movies where the wife kills the husband for the money or something like that. And I come walking in the room, I see this stuff, and I go do something. I come walk in the room, the next one is, by the time she's on the 4th or 5th movie, I'm like, are you planning something? Is there something I need to know?
As long as she didn't have a notebook and was taking notes, you're okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, Seven Wonders put out a quote about how Trump told us to drink it. Yeah, that fell apart right away because they found out that she was a huge donor to Democrats, was a huge supporter of Hillary, and has on her Facebook page and Twitter accounts how much she hates Trump. So she wasn't listening to Trump telling her to do anything.
Remember that guy from Florida that his business advisor or whatever she was ended up killing him and burying him under a new concrete slab in Florida?
Florida man?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that, but
Yeah, that was
don't surprise me. People do crazy stuff, man. for money, relationships. People do crazy stuff. It will never cease to amaze you.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
the only way that works that you can get away with is you feed them terrible, greasy food. You feed them fried potatoes every single night, and you let their bad health take its course, man. That's the only way to get away with it. I'm telling you.
You got some lady like 3 times your age stuck in a room somewhere, Jason.
No, I know it the other way around.
5
man.
policies out.
I know a guy that deserved everything that he got, man. And his wife like cooked him the worst shit every single meal every day, trying to make him have a heart attack.
That's crazy.
He deserved it, dude. You talk about there's some people in this world that deserve shit. That dude deserved it.
You want some butter? You want some butter on that bacon?
Oh yeah, man. She did all kinds of stuff to him every day, man. She actually literally would clean the toilet bowl with his toothbrush and put it back for him.
Yeah, we
Which
should
in
clean it.
Florida, man. You guys ever watch Nick Apollo show during the week? He's on Mondays through Thursday on YouTube.
Yeah.
5 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a segment almost at least once a week about some idiot in Florida. People in Florida are nuts.
It's the heat and humidity, man. It's got to be something.
I think that might be the real thing because, even around here, when it gets hot like that, that's when it gets dangerous out. It really does.
Yeah, if you guys haven't watched Nick Apollo's squibs that he did, you really need to. His show is hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I've seen him when he talks about guns. He doesn't quite understand guns, but the more he talks about them, the more he seems to understand. I don't think he's ever really going to become a complete gun guy. But as far as the other stuff that he talks about, some of the politics and whatnot, or the stories he tells, or just bringing stuff to the forefront of the news in maybe a form that is a little bit more entertaining than some of the dry stuff you see on the CNN or something.
Make me a sandwich. Make me a sandwich.
On the Make Me a Sandwich section, we're going to talk about, and he's had a bunch of videos pulled off of YouTube, and his producers had to get him put back on. So, yeah, they don't like him there at YouTube.
I found out about him from watching a Steven Crowder show. He's had him on there a couple times. Yeah.
Well, what happened with your setup, Squid? I mean, your videos, we used to see, people on the road trying to jump out of the way and stuff. And now we see a cup holder half the time. What's going on, man?
I didn't replace my action camera after it broke. Just haven't got around to it.
All right, I want to see the people strapped on the hood again.
Well, I do have a video that I'm going to put out here in the next couple of weeks where I was actually had the phone in the cup holder doing a voiceover for Speaking Squibbish and ended up in a car accident. So you get to hear me cussing a lot. So.
With the new truck.
No, wife's car, even worse. Oh, she was livid. That's her baby. Yeah. So I'm driving around in a rental car right now. No, the new truck's just sitting in the driveway gathering dust. So my wife's been having me drive her car because it's been sitting in the driveway. She's been working from home, so it doesn't drive so good in the winter, but in the summer, why not? And some drunk driver hit me, and I was rolling at the time, so I'm like, okay, I can turn this into a half-assed video.
Drunk driver hit you. Dang, man, that sucks.
Right.
I'm glad you're all right.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I mean, it hurt, but
thank God he wasn't doing 80 in the wrong lane or something.
I mean, in the video, when you hear me yell "ow," that's all the pain going right into my lower back. But I was fine, ended up fine. Didn't have to go to the hospital or none of that garbage. So
yeah, they need to make drunk driving illegal.
Yeah, that really worked out well.
Yeah, that'll stop it.
Yep.
Yeah, but eventually I do need to get a replacement action cam and just put the mount up there on my dashboard. But there's other stuff I can use for B-roll. But I had somebody comment on one of my videos. Is it just me, or is his lips not in sync with what he's saying? And I commented, obviously you've never watched any other videos on my channel, because it was a speaking squibbage where I just took some B footage and did a voiceover. And people pop in and they don't take the time to investigate before they start making remarks.
Yeah, you talk like that in person too.
I do kind of. Yeah, it's like watching a foreign film where they dubbed in the.
Yeah, you're like watching a Chinese kung fu movie without the kung fu.
No. That's funny. No, I've sat down and had a meal with Squib. He's not like that.
No, I'm worse.
What'd you have?
Shoot, now I don't remember. It was a
Were
good
they
time. That's what I remember.
Bacon cheeseburgers or something?
So, yeah.
Well, he's got to come to Detroit so he can go downtown, have the war of the Coney dogs.
Why? You can get a Coney anywhere.
Yeah, every 2 blocks in Detroit, there's a Coney place.
Yeah, and all it is a hot dog. That's all it is. Yeah. It's just like, they call a liquor store somewhere else. We call it a party store.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're called state stores because they're run by the state.
Yeah.
We call them a carry out.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
weird.
I saw one of those in Ohio once. The drive-through liquor store.
Yeah, we've had a few up here in Michigan.
Yeah, there's a drive-through on one
Really?
not far from here.
Yeah, Port Huron used to have one. West Branch had one. You drive your car right through the thing. Yep.
Yeah, Romney, which is in the next county over, has one.
Yeah, that's a very common thing here. Like my town's not that big. You can drive all the way across it in 5 minutes, and we probably got 10 drive-throughs.
Yeah, if Rob came up here, I wouldn't take him to Detroit. It's not that it's just so dangerous. There's things to do downtown, and downtown's not that bad other than the one-way streets and all that garbage. But, I mean, okay, I'm going to take you to the casino. Yeah, they got casinos other places. I take you to a restaurant. They got a restaurant other places. I'm going to take you to a sporting event. They got sporting events. I don't know. I'd probably, to eat, we go to one of the local mom and pop restaurants we go to around our area, like one of the Mexican restaurants or something. And then, I don't know, maybe something to see, Henry Ford Museum, something that's got a little bit of history from the area, but history from the whole country. I mean, I'm not saying Michigan's a bad place to live, but a lot of the stuff that they've got here to do or anything, it's more for the locals. It's really not for tourists. You can go to a vineyard, but they got vineyards in every state, stuff like that. I don't know.
Well, they never had to before. Maybe they should rethink that.
Yeah, take him to see the Edmund Fitzgerald. How you're going to get to the bottom of Lake Superior, I don't know.
You can see the lifeboats. They're up in Whitefish Point. Yep.
Yep. And you can see the bell is there.
The bell is
Yep.
there. Yeah. Yeah.
You know the story about the bell, right? When they pulled it rang by itself.
The lifeboats are in Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah. But have you ever seen the video when they pulled the bell up from the bottom?
Yeah, at the little theater at the museum where they have the bell.
They have a video you watch.
Yeah, they put it on that rack and then it rang by itself. That was creepy.
And the thing is, though, that's 8 hours away. So it'd be like, yeah, all right, we're gonna go up to Whitefish Point, and there's nothing else up here. I mean, there's other things to do. I don't know. It's just first off, it's not a pass-through state, like New Mexico or Ohio. So you kind of have to drive out of your way to come here. And then after that, it's just, unless there's an event going on, like we were going to go to a concert or there was a 2A rally or something like that, the things to do and see here, they've got in other states. So that's why I say the Henry Ford Museum, because it's got some stuff, some one of a kind stuff, or some really interesting stuff to
Uh-oh. Internet turned gray again.
He's gonna be
Son of a
pissed.
bitch.
If you have little kids in the room, cover their ears.
I think it's programmed against him.
It's a conspiracy.
His boss might have came by too and wondered why he was talking on your chat instead of doing his work.
Yeah, it reminds me. I got a question for him when he gets back about his job.
Have you guys seen the meme where two people dressed in biblical clothing, and one says to the other one, "Biden and Harris were sent by God," and the other one looks at the other person and says, "What? Did he run out of locusts?"
So, I just sent Midnight a message. I'm like, "Hey, are you having a show tonight?" He says, "I heard your mom is." And then I go, "Well, I'm on Rich's chat," and they were asking. He goes, "Fuck them."
He's funny, man.
He must be feeling a whole lot better.
It sounds back to normal.
That was when he scared the shit out of my wife. I mean, he literally scared the shit out of her. He came walking when we went to the restaurant. He come walking out from the kitchen. She was sitting with her back to the kitchen door, so she didn't see him. And I didn't say anything. I'm watching. He sits down next to her and grabs her hand, and she just freaks out.
Oh, that's hilarious. And plus, he's probably blocking out the sun. Ogre.
So, Moo, what are you sipping on?
A little vodka and lemonade. It was refreshing. It was hot as balls today, so yeah. How about you? Anything?
Milo sweet tea.
Well, that'd be a no then.
Just finished 2 tall milkshakes not long ago. I feel like I'm gonna explode.
Just say coma, diabetic coma.
Had 3 nice ice cold Budweiser in a bottle.
Ooh. Can't beat the glass bottle.
Oh no, can't stand that can.
Yeah, if you need a glass bottle, it's going to break. It just doesn't work.
So I hear there's like some kind of can shortage or something. People are complaining that they got to buy bottles.
Oh, and there's the change thing. I thought it was kind of, I'm like, I can see where change is kind of a shortage. But now people are on Facebook going, "Hey, I got all this rolled change. Who wants it?" And all these businesses are chiming in, "Hey, down here at the restaurant, we'll take it. Over here at the party store, we'll take it." So I'm like, damn, that is a thing. I haven't paid cash or anything in a long time.
I always pay cash or try to, and I've noticed it locally for a while when it started. It was just something you heard about, and then one day out of nowhere it hit, and even at Lowe's it was a hassle. People were freaking out because there was like a little handwritten note by the register saying, credit only. There's one line that took cash, and of course it's the longest line, so nobody's going to that line. Everybody's going to the other lines waiting, and then they're like, "Oh no, this is credit only" or whatever, and people are freaking the hell out, man. Honestly, I would have been a little upset, but I saw the other people freaking out and realized what was going on, and then I had to get in a long ass line. I was like, wow, this is an issue. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a little inconvenient. I can tell you that much.
Well, I did notice a couple weeks ago. I went to buy that. I got a Smith and Wesson 469, and I went through the drive-through and withdrew $300. And normally it comes out all in 20s, right? It spit out three $100 bills because they must be getting short on 20s or something.
Good thing you didn't need gas like at 2 a.m. Nobody
no
would have took it.
Yeah, right.
I think that's another problem. A lot of times people freak out with $100 bill. I don't understand why. Like $100 is really nothing nowadays.
Right.
It's not. It shouldn't be uncommon. I mean, they look at you like you're some big shot or you just committed a crime and they got to go get the marker. It's like, oh my God,
Oh, they hit my $20 bill
amazing
with the highlighter when I use
Yeah,
those.
it's like, man, things hard times, man.
Have you guys seen the little, instead of using the pen marker on them, they got a little machine now that it like zips it through and spits it back out.
It's quicker
Oh, no,
because it's
I haven't
right there, so they just run it through real quick. So
No, I
I
haven't
think
seen
it's
that.
quicker.
Yeah, Squibby just texted me. He's given up.
Okay, so you got a date at the Henry Ford Museum if you come to Detroit, Rob.
All right,
Give me a heads up.
sounds decent. So
give me a heads
I
up.
don't know about the Mexican food. I don't want to get stuck out of town and have bathroom issues. No disrespect, but
Bring a
I got to be careful.
50-gallon drum liner with you. Yeah. Yeah, there's some good restaurants in Detroit, though.
Why did the door open? Oh. Let's say, wait a minute.
Every time, somebody's like, oh, you got to try this or try that. And I've tried Mexican places, man. Almost every time it's been an issue with me. So I don't know what it is. And I love tacos. So,
GI distress.
Something. I don't know. But it's I got to be cautious with that. So it's like guacamole, try this, and tried it at a restaurant and it was horrible. And another guy's like, oh no, that was crap. That's not guacamole. Try this. And I'm just like, my gosh, like you'd have to pay me to eat that. So I'm done. No more guacamole.
Damn guacamole. Next thing you know, it'll have you trying pico de gallo.
I don't even know what that is, man.
It's just tomatoes, onions, and peppers.
Yeah, I can't eat that.
That doesn't sound too bad, like on chips or something.
I wanted Squib to stay in here because on his video he had jalapenos that were not hot from his garden. Did you guys see that?
Yeah. What do you call those? They had a funny.
Yeah, it's a funny name for him. I don't know. But I wasn't going to ask him about that.
Yeah,
Because the older I get, the more sensitive.
Yeah, pico de gallo, Rob. It's like a picante kind of thing.
Yeah, it's really good. A little cilantro in there if you're not one of those commies that don't like cilantro. But for some people, it tastes like
sounds
soap.
decent.
It tastes like soap.
So.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, some people, it's, just like, what's the other thing? Or something tastes like metal to some, it's a genetic thing. For cilantro, it tastes like a bar of soap. So some people can't stand it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard that before.
Hey, the more you know.
Yeah, I like it.
Is there something like that with guacamole?
See, Foss says he thinks it tastes like soap.
Oh, he's a mouse. So.
He's quiet as a mouse.
Oh, he's a secret agent mouse.
Secret agent man.
Haven't you ever watched Danger Mouse before? He's a secret agent.
Well, he's only got one eye.
Yeah, that's because he's a secret agent. He lost his eye.
Yeah, see, it's an enzyme that you have that makes it taste like soap. And there's several other things I can't think of right now that does the same thing with other foods and. Buck.
Thought the eye patch was like the pirate thing. So, if he crawls in the hole in between the walls, he's already got one eye ready to go.
Oh yeah, acclimate yourself to night vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was a pirate thing. That's why they wore the eye patch. People think they wore the eye patch because they lost an eye. No, it's so they could see when they went below deck.
You guys see what gun loving grandpa?
Yeah.
Tastes like soap to me, but I still eat it.
Yeah.
You bunch of pansies.
How do you feel about Dawn?
He's in there
for dinner, serving him a bar of dal and a
he's in there cutting up ivory in his salsa.
yeah.
So if your kid's mouth off, do you wash your mouth out with cilantro?
That's right. Oh, my babysitter used to make me and my brother eat lava soap.
Quit that swearing, Buck, or I'm going to make you eat a cup of cilantro.
Oh, we'd knock the screen out of our bedroom window and sit there and spit bubbles out in the lawn.
I was given hot sauce. And it turned out I liked hot sauce. It's kind of funny, but
You're like, no. Oh, give me some more.
yeah, turned into kind of.
Or you swear again.
All in all, it was respectful, and it wasn't a problem anyway.
Our babysitter was a giant German woman. She had hands the size of canned hams. So you step out of line, you get swatted with one of those sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Nine.
Mm-hmm.
Buck says he loves Dawn, by the way.
Her name was Mary Lee. She'd smack the shit right out of you. And then Mom would come home and beat
Good
you
old days.
with a metal fly swatter or a wooden spoon.
All I got to say about Buck's eating soap, at least it's clean, unlike Seven Wonders and his coins.
Shit, I forgot about that.
I think that's half the problem with society nowadays. Nobody ever gets an ass whooping. So then they grow up being adults thinking everybody's untouchable, and they all run around acting like assholes until one day somebody's got had enough, and then
100%, 100% agree.
Crazy. Not abuse, discipline.
No, you just gotta nip that in the bud, man.
Nip it in the bud, Andy. Nip it in the
Right in
bud.
the bud. Keep her
I
moving.
used to get wooden spoons broken over my butt, and I'd laugh every time my mom would smack, and the wooden spoon would snap. I'd just start laughing. And
Did you ever get the metal soup ladle? That stung.
nope, it went from wooden spoons to just a leather belt.
Oh, the belt was good, but my dad always wore cowboy boots, and he'd kick you like right in the butthole. You know, you turn around, you'd be running away, he'd just catch you at the tip of that boot, right in the taint.
Man, I had a weeping willow tree in the backyard.
Oh,
You
go
were
pick
told
your
to
own.
go get your
Yeah,
own
Jason.
switch, man. Don't put
Yeah.
your hands back there, boy.
You
You'll
screw around and get a
whipped.
small one. Like that's
Uh-huh.
man.
Back of the legs. Don't put your hands there because the wooden spoons, they break too easy.
Mhm.
And then they get mad because you broke their wooden spoon. And then they give you, like, they're not very hard, but they give you like 10, 20 of them with their hand, and they break their wristwatch. So they ended up just going ahead and getting go get your own switch, man.
Yeah, we had the wooden bed slat that had a handle carved in the end.
Now, the wooden spoon on the very top of the head, now that was a good one. You know, just thunk. Ow. Ooh, Faust. It's kind of like the opposite of the nuns.
Yeah. First of all, my mother was a brown belt in karate. And she put me in my place even when I was a teenager one time.
Mm-hmm. My mom was a black belt and raising 2 boys. But then my dad always worked second or third shift, so if we really pissed her off, he would wake us up when he got home from work and make us sit in the cold wooden chairs at the dining room table. You're sitting there shivering. What'd you do to your mother? Mm-hmm.
I will say I didn't
Bad boy.
take too many switchings before I realized to behave myself.
Well, you just get smarter and get away with stuff. You don't get in trouble.
No, you didn't do stuff because you were afraid of getting in trouble.
No, I just didn't get caught after I got my ass whooped. Except one time. I was 16. I brought the car home and I was drunk. And I go, hey, Dad, I'm staying at Darren's house tonight. He's like sitting behind the newspaper in his recliner. He goes, all right, you're not driving. I'm like, yeah, we're walking. He just lives a couple blocks away. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up really early and go home and show him that I'm not hungover. I wasn't drunk last night. I wasn't drinking. I walk in. He's sitting in the same chair with the next day's paper. And from behind the paper, he says, who bought you the beer? And I'm like, what beer? He puts the paper down. He goes, who bought you the beer? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. The footstool goes down. Ka-chong. He stands up. He walks over to me and goes, who bought you the beer? I'm like, what beer? His open hand slaps me right in the side of the face. It turned me 180 degrees. I was staring at the TV, like right at the TV level, console TV back in the 80s. And he grabbed me, threw me against the wall, and pushed me up the wall with his forearm. Slid me up the wall. And I'm like, it was Darren's sister. It was Darren's sister. Darren's sister wasn't even 21. I was lying. But man, that was a rude awakening. Man, getting the shit kicked out of you when you got a hangover when you're a teenager is not good.
It's never good getting the shit kicked out of you.
It's worse when you're hungover.
By your
worse.
parents,
Yeah.
you know, that's not good.
No, Phelps out there, he's saying his dad threatened to hang one of his sisters.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What kind of rope?
Shit, if he's really pissed, he'd made you guys do it.
Go get your own rope and hang yourself.
Hoist her higher. Go to that weeping willow tree. Swing her around.
You take one of those switches and use her like a piñata.
Hit her with the wooden spoon.
Pinataed my sister one time. She come home late.
She's still out there.
I think she was out getting pinataed before she came home too.
Oh, all the candy fell right out.
You guys are so.
Is that a Nuva ring? Mouse is still going. You told my older brother to get a rope. Oh man, that deserves further discussion. Mouse.
We need to get him a couch first. Then we need to all start talking like Sigmund Freud.
It's kind of depressing. Reminds me of a kid I grew up with. He ended up dying very young, and his father committed suicide, and his sister got killed, and I forgot what happened to the mother. But it was just, the whole thing was like a bad country song. It's just a damn shame.
The mother joined a convent.
Damn, I didn't know you knew the Kennedys.
Yeah, that's a shame. Kid's heart exploded like out the blue. Granted, he stole a carton of cigarettes or two and was running, and just dropped dead in the parking lot. But for a 16-year-old kid, 17-year-old kid. It was kind of rare. No conditions or nothing. It was a weird thing. We all complain sometimes, but there's a lot of people out there that got things a lot worse.
Oh yeah. This awkward silence is brought to you by Owl and Anchor.
A girl that lived down the corner from me, she died at like 16, blew out of the back of a pickup truck, got killed, out joyriding with people. A lot of people I grew up with ended up dead or in jail. Crazy. Small towns, people don't have much to do.
Oh, I know. 2000 in my hometown. I know what you're talking about.
You know, it sounds a little different because they either ended up dead or in jail, and they were hanging around Rob D.
Hey, everybody knows everybody in small towns.
Rob D's just his channel name, man. His real name's Nemo Brown.
Shh.
You got Pat Hirsch talking about he walked in at a bad time. This is the guy that was telling us about what he had to do to his cows the one night.
Oh
Wait.
God, that don't go there. That's
Wait, what?
The
that
prolapse.
was bad.
Made Ghost run off twice.
That is so bad you can smell it when you just hear it told.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about any of that weird sexual stuff with animals. Please save that for another chat. Sorry, were you talking about something else?
I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Apparently, Seven Wonders' stepdad was a piece of work too.
Yeah, that'd be right after he got his head kicked in.
Just warning you, you're gonna have to lock the door behind me.
She says stepdad died a miserable death from emphysema. Karma's a bitch. Everybody just got quiet all of a sudden.
I'm scared of karma.
Well, Karma's not here right now.
I'm at the water cooler, and there's no water cooler talk. This is ridiculous.
The water cooler shut off because of COVID.
Not mine.
Hey, Jason, did you read Pat's comment out in the crowd?
No, let me see if I can find it.
No one up. He didn't just have his hand up there either.
I can't scroll that far.
It was recent. Republican River Rats, one you're looking for.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Hand, arm, elbow.
Yeah, and the one just up there. He had his hand up somewhere else too on that cow.
It's rectum?
I'd have just shot the cow.
Ooh, Republican River Rat?
Yeah, that's Pat Hirsch. In case you guys didn't know.
It's strange. I got a message from him not
Cow-
long ago.
Cow
Telling me to
bear?
contact him. Tried to and didn't hear anything back.
He must have had his hands full, Rob.
One hand up one count, another hand up another one. If you see him coming, run, Moo.
Calaveras hopped in just a second ago. How's the married life treating you?
After this chat, he's too scared to tell you the truth.
Well, he did have a successful weekend. Saw the pictures on IG.
That's cool. This brings up something I was thinking about the other day. I was thinking about it won't be too long before California's on fire. And now I see California's on fire.
So is Arizona.
It's the same fire.
You guys hear about the storm? It took out a bunch of the wheat crops too.
No. Got
Wonder
two
what the
hurricanes hitting the Gulf Coast.
yeah, 2 hurricanes. I wonder what the compounding effects are going to add up being in this time of COVID.
You know, they're saying one's going to hit down around the Panhandle of Florida, and the other one over by Texas.
Oh, that's definitely not good.
No, guess where they're both going to hit? Right up our way, and they're going to join into one giant superstorm by that point.
This is all Trump's fault.
Yeah, he turned off.
Isn't that near the edge of the breadbasket where it's coming in? Pretty much right there towards the center of the country coming up.
It's going to be nasty.
I hope you guys didn't blow all your money on guns. I got a feeling food's going to go up.
Yeah, food prices have went up here a lot. Hard to get meat.
Got some bad meat yesterday. That was pretty disappointing.
That's what she said.
Yeah, having to load back up and take it back. It's money and dinner. So, and the other couple packages that were out there turned out to be the same way. And so basically it completely screwed up dinner plans for the evening as well. So disappointing. Quality's dropped at my local stores, I can tell you, as far as meat products. Normally where I go, it's pretty good. You go to the other side of town, it looks like roadkill in a package half the time. Trying to figure out what it is. It's strange. Did y'all fall asleep?
I'm trying not to.
Eating dinner.
I was just reading the chat. Pickle said there was 12,000 lightning strikes started all this fire.
Yep. And Midnight has sent out his link so we can start winding this down. So, where'd I put that damn chamber window? There it is. G23, you got anything you want to plug or any words you want to leave people with or any such nonsense?
Check out my live stream on Saturdays, and hopefully I will be producing a video sometime.
You sound like me. I'm going to do a video. I don't know when, but eventually I'm going to do it. I still haven't done the video that I said I was going to do. I did another one instead. Jason, what about you?
Oh, thanks for the invite, Rich. Yeah, I'll probably do a chat Thursday night, probably around 8 o'clock. So stop on by.
Yeah, maybe I'll be able to jump in this time.
Sure.
Last couple ones I haven't been able to get on there. So, but I have seen you've been doing them, so cool. Moo, you there?
I'll be here. Thanks for having me, Rich. Good talking to you, fellas.
Yep.
Let's see you over on Midnights.
Okay. Yeah, what about you, Rob?
Yeah, I got nothing. Thanks for having me. Stay safe, everybody, and keep it on the sidewalk.
Yep. Pat, you jumped in here just in time to say bye.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy tonight. Yeah, I've just been kind of commenting when I could tonight. Just wanted to let New York, yeah, our long distance was down in Nebraska for like 2 or 3 days straight. So that's why my phone number wasn't working. So just to let you know, Rob.
Okay.
So we've been having massive telephone problems here, landline stuff. So and that was my that was my home number that I give you. So because when I'm in the house, I do not get shit for cell phone service. So it's always hard to get me on my cell phone.
All right.
Anyway,
Sorry to hear that. I'll try your number again then.
Okay. All right. So anyway, yeah, I was out there commenting earlier, guys. I was pretty busy tonight between supper and the kids and everything else. So just didn't have much time to get on the live. So
No problem. Yeah, we had P11. He was out there in the chat earlier, and some other people that had links and they weren't able to jump in either. So you're not the only one. So don't feel bad.
that's all right. Well, still appreciate the invite anyway, Rich. So
Yep. At least you made it, even if it's only at the very end.
right, better late than never.
Yeah. And on that note, we will bid everybody adieu and good night and hasta la vista. I forgot what I was going to say. Wiedersehen. And bye-bye. This is where you throw
All right.
tight ones.
Get to the chopper.
Get down!
It's not a Puma.
Stay safe and carry your weapon. And I do not have my hand up a cow's rear end.
Do not know that maid.
You know, we don't know. You're not on video. Okay.
I'm not down at the feed yard. I'm in my living room.
No, you made Moo run, so I told him if you pop in here, you had to run, so he took off as soon as you popped in.
I saw that. Well, I'm glad at least I know I'm still good enough to clear a room.
Yeah, how do I turn this damn thing off?
All right, good night.